Hey everybody, today's video is a subject I'm not personally that familiar with. His name is Omega Rugal. He's from a video game called King of Fighters. His original name was Rugal Bernstein, is about all I know, and he is an altered version called Omega Rugal. And I know he's some kind of boss in the video game, and he turns people to stone or something like that. I really don't know much about it. I don't play the game, but I did paint the figure, and it was kind of fun because sometimes it's a challenge to paint figures that you don't know. Had a lot of fun with the base there. The figure itself was created by 3DMoonn. It's a 3D cast kit. And a good buddy of mine asked me if I could paint it for him, and even though I don't do a whole lot of commission work, I said, well, you know, I can't turn this guy down. So I did it. And it's an exacting piece. There's a lot of very specific, lines and things. You can see how he's, very, very clean. He's, I guess those are suspenders or something that are just hanging there off his belt. And I've tried to be as faithful to the images that I was given as I could. And especially with the colors. This red for the pants, that actually took several layers of color. I've had to teach myself a new technique to get such rich reds and primary colors. When you're painting, you can't always get the exact color you want in a bottle. You think you can, but like red alone, there's flat red and black red, and there's mid-grade reds. There's tons and tons of shades of paint, and I ended up painting it with just what was called, now I use Vallejo water-based acrylics. So they're like these guys. And when I painted him, you always put like a base coat. He started out as a gray cast resin model. But on him, I put just like the red was just a basic red. And then I came back with transparent red. I've learned that, the reds aren't rich enough in pigment in the bottle. But transparent red, transparent blue, they help you get a richness to the original pigment color, and it helps you get really rich colors. Now the skin tones, I sort of have my own formulas for that. He does have sort of visible veinage, which I can't help but kind of detail a little bit. And I used my chrome pen for parts of the buckles and the knuckles. Buckles and knuckles were only chrome pieces on this model. The face paint, he's got like a graying mustache and eyebrows. Tried to get his left eye, which is the only real eye he's got, I guess, as real and intense as I could. His right eye is using fluorescent colors, and if I use my blue ultraviolet light, you can see, yaha, sucker glows like he's got a laser eye, right? So I did that just for the fun of it. Yet he still is, it's interesting enough, a shade and everything, that he looks cool whether you have a black light or ultraviolet light or not. The netting was interesting and tricky, of course, but I've managed that. All in all, a very satisfying paint to do. A tough paint job. My buddy has no idea. He'll ask me, what do you think of this one, or what do you think of that one? And in his eyes, it's very simple, but if anybody knows like superheroes or very clean costumes or very clean, sometimes they're the hardest things to paint because they can't have flaws. Skin is a lot easier because it has variation. Hair, I'm learning techniques and tricks, and I love the sculpted hair on this. It's almost like ice. It was really cool to do his hair. See if I can get it in focus here. Sorry about the lack of focus there. Anyway, this is my Rugal Omega Rugal paint job, and I hope you enjoy it. Those of you that are into the gaming and that game and know who the character is, I hope I did a decent job, and I hope you enjoy it. And come back to see more. There's always going to be more. Like, subscribe, comment if you dare. or if you'd like to. I'm just kidding. And we'll see you next video. Take care.